Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. So this is Mystrich. Welcome to my channel. Tonight we will be playing a Call of Cthulhu game with my lovely players, Lav/Slumberingwitch, SystemRecoded as Marco, Lav/Slumberingwitch as Corrina, MishroomSoup as Enoch, TimboTheWizard as Peter, and Skellyskeletonns as Hyuen. So we are going to follow some ghost hunters as they explore a famously haunted island, Isola de Malamente. I feel like there was more I was going to say. It's been a while since I've run a game on Twitch. I'm trying to think of all the points I got to hit. We will be using safety tools. Important note for everyone watching tonight, this is a horror game and a horror adventure. There are going to be some moments that might be spooky or possibly triggering. We hate to see you go, but obviously stay safe. All of us as players, including myself, have access to safety cards, though Timbo just used a green card. If you see green, that means regardless of how someone is acting, they are ready to continue, their fear is all roleplay, or they like where this is going. If you see anyone drop a yellow card, we will likely slow down, figure out where might be getting a little too close for comfort, and then if someone drops a red card, we will stop the game. I will probably switch this over to a BRB screen, and we'll figure out what needs to be addressed, and then we'll come back to chat. Anyway, would you all like to introduce yourselves and a little bit about who you're playing tonight? We will go right down the list, starting with SystemRecoded as Marco.
Hello everyone, I am Marco, the leader of the Spektral crew. Also, the face, the charm, the beauty behind it. It is my skill and talent that's brought us here together, and we're going to be crossing our milestone today. Hopefully we're going to have a fun time. As you can see, I'm a little bit of a narcissist, but we all need to love ourselves a little bit, don't you think?
Okay, and Corrina.
Hello, I am Corrina. I am the resident psychic, the ghost temptress, as you will. I am very confident in my ability to reach out to the spirit world tonight and tickle a little bit of activity, if you will.
And Mishroom.
My name is Mishroom. You can call me MishroomSoup. I stream every blue moon, but I'm mainly just chilling out. I'm going to be playing Enoch. He is a rather soft-spoken, large gentleman with quite a few tasks on the team. He's a man of all hats, and he's just here to have a bad time.
And TimboTheWizard.
Hey everybody, I'm TimboTheWizard. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a variety streamer over on my own channel. And tonight I'm going to be playing Peter. Peter is late 30s, 5'9", very thin, with unkempt hair. He is the cameraman, and he makes sure everybody looks good, and the spookiness always remains in frame.
And last but not least, Skellyskeletonns.
Hello, I'm Skellyskeletonss, he, him. I'm playing Hyuen, who is the audio person that just is looking at iPads the entire time and telling them, like, speak up, that kind of stuff. His parents hate that he's here right now. Yeah. Anyway, that's it.
All right. And so I believe with that, we can get right into it. So FYI, for everyone in the chat, this is a published adventure called Viral. You can go get it on DriveThruRPG. If you type !viral in the chat, it'll bring up a link and everyone's at. So yeah. All right. The Spektral Krew are a group of ghost hunting YouTubers who are on the verge of their 1 million views. And so their big rise to fame, or big, I shouldn't say rise to fame, I should say their big clan, to break that mark, has been deciding to explore Isola de Malamente. The island is just off the coast of Sicily, and is in the 1950s. There was a mental hospital here that, well, I should say it goes back a little bit further. This has always been like a quarantine island, and in the 1950s, the hospital that had been built here was raided by the Italian government and shut down. And since then, the island has been closed off as a quarantined location. So even ghost hunters, like the big names, haven't been here. That means this is the exclusive hit that they have been waiting for. Their eyes in the sky, Maya, is safe at home in her office in the UK, having booked them their boat ride. And now on this small, shaky vessel, a local fisherman, he's an average height man, older, and the side of his boat has painted on it, tourist trips, $20, takes the crew out at about 7:30 p.m., just as the sun is starting to set. One of the reasons that the group has been able to sort of make this journey is that the town that you're launching from celebrates, Perla is the name of the town, celebrates a observance that goes back hundreds of years called Notte della Peste, Night of the Plague, where at sunset they pretty much all go inside. It's like the entire town becomes a ghost town. And that means that if there's one local person who's willing to take the group on a boat ride, nobody else can see them. Now the ship rocks back and forth in the water as your captain begins to speak kind of like an actual tour guide, as he mentions this island is a old place. A couple of the locals go here sometimes, but not often, and never too far in. They say that the water's still full of mines from the Second World War. Some of them have been plotted, using GPS, but you never know when you might find one that's still active, floating loose. Some people say that the Navy took them all out, especially once they raided the island. Others say it's a site of military experiments, weaponized diseases, and things like that, and that's why the quarantine's been kept up for 50 years. And he's almost telling you this. It sounds like when you go on like ghost tours and ghost walks, which all of you have been on at various points, especially in more famously haunted places you've explored for your channel. Anyone want to ask him any questions or anything?
I will. Capitan, so how often do you do this trip? You seem to know the waters pretty well.
Well, every few years, some Americans think that they can, they want to know more about it. Not often I go to the island, usually just around it, but that friend of yours, Maya, she had a very specific request.
We're very grateful that you're taking us there. And despite the rockiness of the waters, it seems so far to be rather unexplosive.
And almost as you say that, who's probably near the front of the boat? Like, is anyone looking over the edge?
Enoch is looking over the edge simply because he's been hit with a bout of seasickness. This man doesn't get on boats. He doesn't like open water. He's not a fan, but he's gripping the edge and doing his best to smoke and not vomit.
Okay. And so just as you're kind of like trying to catch your breath, you see one of those massive like metal spheres with the big spikes, like something out of a movie, swinging in the water, and the boat just inches by maybe a couple of feet away as your captain announces, "Whew. Believe that's the last of them. We should have made it through by now. Guess you've all made it safely."
Well, night is still young then, I guess. We'll need to fix that.
Just remember, I'll be picking you up about just before sunrise, so we can make sure we get back to the village before people start coming out of their houses.
Yeah, don't worry. We are very professional.
Mhm.
We will not be tardy. Isn't that right, everybody? Oh, Enoch,
I-
you okay?
Yeah.
Are we
Uh,
good?
Peter's been recording this entire conversation with like the captain and his ominous warning on just his smartphone, but he nods in agreement.
Getting
as being
B-roll?
on time. Yeah, I was thinking as we're kind of walking off, as we're getting off the boat, I'll be like, hey, hey Hyuen, do you want to maybe edit this up? We can get this to shoot this as a little bit of a pre-promo before the live stream.
Yeah, airdrop it to me.
I do the thing.
Yeah, you have, as you get closer to the island, you have virtually no signal. You do know that Maya has set you up with some Wi-Fi repeaters so that you can actually get already on this sort of very remote island. And Nuncio, your boat captain, says, all the equipment, once he kind of sees you struggling with your tech, all your equipment's been hooked up. You'll find it in the radio room up on the top of the lighthouse.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, God bless her. Maya, that kind soul. And you too, of course, Captain.
Oh, I won't joke. I didn't do this out of the kindness of my heart. I can tell she was willing to put a pretty penny on tonight.
Well,
We'll see how pretty penny it is when we check out these Wi-Fi extenders.
It can't be that bad. You just
Yeah.
stick it in the ground, right?
No, that's not how that works.
It seems that the Wi-Fi connection here is deader than the people on this island.
Ugh.
Ooh, we might find a corpse. That would be cool.
Oh, you probably will. Pretty much no one's been here since the raids in the 50s.
Dang. Oh, there's just so many things. Tonight's going to be amazing.
And just with that, the boat starts to pull up. You kind of have to circle the island to get to this little inlet before you find this tiny wooden... it's not even really a pier so much as just sort of a spot to dock. Like, it almost looks like it was not made for boats.
Is that like what kids used to jump off of? What is that? Stick?
Yeah, it's about the safest structure around here. Lighthouse is at the top of the steps. And like I said, just make sure you're down at the beach before sunset. I want you ready to go.
Oh, don't worry. We'll be there. Well, Enoch, I think you should get off first. I think you might heal. And, you know. You okay?
Mm-hmm. He's clearly struggling. He just he's walking past Marco with long striding steps to try to get to stable ground, and is just going to take a long drag of what is probably a cigarette but doesn't smell like one.
Hey, Corrina, could you just go check in on him and make sure he's doing all right? Can't have the big guy, heal before we get to the actual creepy and nauseating stuff.
Oh, of course. Karina carefully steps out of the boat. And she kind of when Marco isn't looking, kind of gives Enoch kind of like a wistful look and just kind of goes up to check on him. You doing okay there, bud? She like gently pats him on the back.
He's squatting and looking down at the ground, so that's really easy to do. He's pretty unflappable, but he's like just sweating a little bit and taking a drag. He gives her a thumbs up. Fucking hate water.
I get that. She like starts fumbling around in like her little fanny pack that she has. I don't know if this like super works, but my grandmother used to do this for me, and she just pulls out like a little tub of Vicks. And she like dip your finger in and rub it underneath your nose. It'll help get your mind off of the queasiness feeling.
This is a pretty, I think it's fair to say that Vicks vapor rub is like a very commonplace thing, especially like throughout your childhood and whatnot. But he looks at it and it's not striking anything familiar. He does uncap it, give it a whiff, and just reacts to it like, whew. But he will do like she says and just take a little bit, put it under his nose, and give it back. Thanks.
She gives a thumbs up to Marco behind her back.
What the? I sense somebody thought of me. Oh, cool. He's doing well. Peter, Hyuen, are you guys doing well? Off.
So yeah, pretty much as soon as everyone's off the boat, Nuncio is pushing back into the water and taking off. Gives you a wave and just says, "Remember, before sunrise."
Yeah. Don't worry, we remember.
So you are now on this
is it
like
sunrise or is it sunset?
Sorry, sunrise. So you arrived here just after sunset. So it's about 7. It's probably about 8 p.m. now. You might have left around 7:30ish. He is going so the island ritual like that they're in the city. The like ritual they do their festival is that on this night of the festival. So there's different parts of the celebration depending on how much you looked into it. But this night of the festival, once they go inside at about sunset, they like nobody leaves their home until morning. It was dead quiet, like the quietest you have ever seen any city ever. And so none of them will leave their homes until sunrise, supposedly.
So we don't really want to get caught, basically.
Yeah, so he wants to be docked and have you guys in town when the sun comes up.
Okay, cool.
So that's why he's like
just to
stressing
confirm-
like, I'm leaving without you if you're not here at like 6:30 in the morning.
Right. And we came in at dock 8, right? The number 8 on the map.
No, so you actually came in at number 1, it's about number 2. He kind of went up this little inlet here to where the lighthouse is. And so you're now on this tiny wooden platform that has these rickety stairs that go up to the lighthouse proper, and every time the wind blows, all of the stairs creak and kind of rattle against the wall.
Oh, maybe we could get like a low-angle shot of us walking up from this thing. It's terrifying. Ooh, this one makes a weird noise. Click, click.
Yeah, why don't you all go on? You go ahead. I'll stay behind and take the shot on my smartphone.
Ooh, that's nice. Okay. What order then? I should go first, of course. Me first. And then you. Okay, cool. Let's go. Damn, this place is just rich. Nobody else has seen it. Perfect. going to be amazing. Fumbling around with a piece of paper in my pocket as I like walk up the stairs, trying to strut, taking like wide strides.
Yeah, every single step on these like wooden stairs, they are soaked and feel ancient under your foot, and it's like every step feels like it's about to give way under your weight. But you get to the top.
Marco just kind of like does a nice flourish, but you can see that there's like a few cool sweat drops on the side of his face. Ah, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yeah, the lighthouse at the top is this old stone structure. There's a wooden door at the bottom, a tiny little lighthouse keep, and then it goes into the like tower part.
So we're heading into the base first, and then we're gonna walk up the tower, or are we actually in the tower part now?
So you are all you still have to get in, but everyone's walking up the like steps into the so you're where he brought you was like underneath a cliff that leads up to the lighthouse. So you had to walk up those stairs. Those are the ones that were rickety.
Okay, so we're now like approaching the lighthouse itself.
Yes.
Oh, that looks ominous. Is there like some law to like not have like lighthouses? I guess nobody really sails to this side anymore, so it doesn't really matter. I wonder if it still works. I'm going to like meander my way up to the door and just give it a very like jovial knock. Knock, who's there?
Yeah, no one answers. But yeah, as the rest of the crew also makes their way up the steps, Enoch especially, that staircase sounds like it is about to go every single step you take.
Yeah, he's a big dude, so he's trying to go as gingerly as he can, and especially kind of behind as many people as he can. But he knows that Peter's trying to get a good shot, so he definitely looks trepidatious. He hasn't taken a drag in a while, but he's basically at the bottom of what he's smoking on, and he's trying to tiptoe the best he can.
And let me tell you, once you get to the top step, it is such a feeling of relief because it is the first stable ground you have been on since you left the mainland.
Oh yeah, his shoulders drop with just like a... And he keeps walking. He's gonna look over the lighthouse, just casually disinterested in it. It's a lighthouse. He's gonna look in the little window and imagines it's pretty derelict and broken down, probably just some scattered bits on the inside.
Yeah, pretty much exactly that. It is empty except for a couple things like, there's probably some rope and things.
Peter, get some B-roll of this place.
Well, actually, I was gonna say, as it seems like the lighthouse is a fair distance away from the dock. As the last party member kind of disappears away from Peter, I would like to use the opportunity to set up a few of my tricks in the area around the docks.
Sure. Anything specific you were thinking?
I don't know. I was thinking, can we just say I give a generalized, I do this, and then something like can happen carte blanche, or would you prefer me come up with something specific?
Yeah, I'd love to have an idea of what you're doing at least.
Okay. I'm thinking like maybe something in the bushes that's like a noise generator, hooked up to like a smartphone, something like that.
Okay. So yeah, all of you begin to hear this like weird, not quite a howl, not quite a whistle. And so as Marco's telling Peter what to focus on, Peter's turning the camera towards this.
Is that your stomach there,
and-
Enoch?
You've heard my stomach before. It's not like that. He's kind of looking around a little bit. He may try to just peek behind the building.
Are we streaming right now? Are we live?
No, so you'll have to. You're gonna
Okay.
get the. You're probably getting some good pre-roll footage and things that'll play during your stream. So Maya's, giving you sort of some tips, so you do have an idea, and you've done this before. But like, in addition to your live stream, if there's anything she has to cut out, like she has like a 10-second like delay window. Especially if anything might get you demonetized or anything. She always keeps B-roll footage to kind of roll in between of whatever you're doing.
Okay, cool.
Corrina is most definitely, because she knows that Peter is recording, she kind of gets this, what she calls her sight. The look of when she's getting a connection into the sight, like into the ghostly plane of existence. Like she kind of gets this far off look in her eyes. She looks kind of pensive. Her eyes glaze over a little bit. And she just kind of says quietly, Marco, I know you're trying to lighten the mood, but I don't think it's Enoch's stomach. We're definitely not alone on this island.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yes. Well, that's wonderful.
Oh, that was just me testing my mics. You guys need to chill out.
Oh. Okay, cool. Whew. We're not rolling yet, right?
No.
Alright, cool. Yeah.
So yeah, on the door of the lighthouse that you've been knocking on, obviously no one answers. There is a sign in yellow and black. Says Ingresso vietato, nos confinamento por ordine della Marina Italiana. Please,
just
everyone, forgive me for my Italian. It's gonna come up tonight. They're in Italy. I don't speak Italian.
That's fine. Could I translate it?
Do you speak Italian?
Yes, actually, I do.
What is your score in it? I forget exactly.
62. I have a 62 in Italian.
So yeah, that's pretty much fluent. So yeah, you can read this. It says, "Do not enter. No trespassing per order of the Italian Navy."
But that sign can't stop us because we can't read. Ah. I'm just gonna like, is it like stuck on or is it like painted onto the wall?
It is like it's stuck on, like it's pretty plastered onto it, like probably nailed onto it, really.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna like just rub my hand over it as if I'm like covering it and be like, don't worry about that. Doesn't matter. Just some normal safety things. Oh, the Italian Navy doesn't want us here. Boo hoo wah wah. Usual things.
That said, the door doesn't also open when you try to get it open. It seems like it's jammed.
You think we could like, should we try to knock it down, or just abandon this as a site? It's too cool to abandon, in my opinion.
Your Wi-Fi repeaters are also inside.
Do we have a key?
It doesn't seem like it's locked. It's more like this is old wood and it has swollen with moisture.
I'm going to like put my foot against it. I'm gonna like pretend to kick, and then like, Enoch, do that thing you do. You're way stronger than me. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Enoch kind of walks over and throws his cigarette on the ground, stamping it out as he goes. He picks up Marco and moves him out of the way, and is going to muscle the door open.
All right, roll me a strength check.
Alrighty.
And that is a... Okay, that is a success. So yeah, the door just goes and like smashes inward. It's now open.
He stops it swinging before it does a little reverb back to whack him in the shoulder, and takes a good look inside and walks in so everybody else can follow suit.
Before Marco goes in, he's gonna just like kneel down with his cigarette and just pick it up, put it in his pocket.
And you know, I definitely, absolutely recorded that for the highlight reel.
Hell yeah. Your fangirls
I
are
feel
gonna
like
love
there's
that,
probably a
Enoch.
dedicated group of people that primarily watch the stream just to see Enoch like break and enter into places
Just
like
Enoch
that.
smash. Enoch smash goes all over the screen, and it's just like.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
that's the
YouTube
chat.
short.
Yeah, like the chat just goes absolutely wild with little emojis and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't try to sell this on eBay again like you did the last time, Marco.
I
Is
just
she
don't want
saying
to
this
lose
with an earshot?
Yeah, she does.
You know what? He's been with them for a while. I think he's used to it, but he genuinely doesn't know if they're joking or not and just chooses to not comment.
Really, of all the people here, you really think I need money? I just don't want to litter, you know? Might fuck up the B-roll.
Corrina does not respond to his response about money.
It's
So
rough.
yeah, the
Money
inside
tight.
of the lighthouse is pretty bare, but there's sort of a little, very very old school like radio station set up, like a large antenna, like one of those big, like something. It looks like out of a scene in a movie. It's definitely from World War II era. But there's also a backpack full of some of your stuff here, and Hyuen gets to work setting it up easy enough, which lets you
This-
start connecting all your devices.
This place looks like one of those Call of Duty levels, like from the old games. Wow. Look at him go, doing all that tech stuff. Wow. I wish I understood what was going on.
Enoch is gonna look around a little bit, just you know, curious, being inside the lighthouse itself. Just seeing if there's anything of interest, maybe something they could film for the show.
Yeah, so in here itself is pretty empty, but there's definitely like some barrels, some like of those large scale like naval like ropes, like the really thick corded ones. And once you kind of, and like there's that large black spiral staircase that like goes all the way up to the top of the lighthouse, which has a pretty good view if you go up there once you actually like get to it.
I've raced to the top. I am overseeing everything.
Yeah, and it's very obvious up there that like the actual lantern is completely gone. It's definitely hasn't been there for years.
Oh, dang, that would be really cool to turn it on. Ah.
I think that would have ruined the whole point of people not knowing us here, knowing that we're here.
Well, it could have been. The place is haunted. Maybe it turns on. Who knows? But I see your point. And you're right. That's why I love having you around.
So who would have probably like asked around town about this island or like done a little bit of
It's an
digging?
Italian place, right? So yeah,
Yes.
it's. I would have definitely gone out and talked to the locals. Full Italian, full charisma, full daddy's money shit. Just like tossing my weight around everywhere.
Yeah, so then either roll me either
What's either?
roll me either a persuade or I'm trying to check if there's something besides history that I would have you use here.
Can I roll for Google?
Yeah, roll
Computer use.
We have the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I just Googled it while he's having this full blown like Italian breakdown.
yeah, so
Oh,
Skelly, do you
history,
have
maybe?
ranks in library use?
Yes.
Okay, so library use would be that. Computer use is more like actual
Oh,
tech stuff.
Apparently, Google failed me.
Oh no.
So yeah, you try to search this place up. It's one of those like
my God.
Wikipedia articles that has like 2 sentences about it. Like Isola de Malamente is an island off the coast of Sicily and like out of like near the city of Perla, and that's pretty much all it has. And when you start Googling further, like that's pretty much like it's one of those things that when you Google it, everything is the Wikipedia page, copy and pasted.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I
I
have
mean,
to
my
persuade her.
library use isn't great, but we could try. Like, how many of us can try?
Yeah, you can all try if you've all done a little bit of research.
Okay.
And
Let's
Marco, you
I know exactly what this is. I spent all my time
Jesus
talking about
Christ.
myself. I spent all my time talking about myself to these people, talking it up with them. I learned nothing.
The other thing is that you did learn, like,
I was
well, I guess you didn't. It's the opposite of learn, but you got a lot of people who were like, "Oh no, that's quarantine. No one goes there," and that's about all they would tell you.
we're having a great night tonight.
God, Jesus.
Yeah.
This island does not exist.
We
Do
don't
not
know how to
enter.
read.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you didn't see,
It's
so
almost-
even when you pull it up on,
Nope.
wow,
It's
Man.
almost like
when you
it's
pull it
almost
up
like the
on,
Navy just
Nope.
entirely blipped it out.
when you
I
pull
think-
the island
yeah.
up on Google Maps, by the way, this is what you get.
Yeah.
Great.
It's like Area 51.
Oh, it's like those old mangas. That's weird.
Oh my.
I think that when Corrina went to go look up about the island or anything about that, she found the information that she was looking for, but it was all in Italian, and she does not
Mhm.
read Italian.
We all have like enough information, but we don't have a translator. And I was like, I was out talking to people. What? You guys needed my help or something?
Yeah, pretty
Nah,
much
yeah.
all of your information came directly from what Maya was able to tell you about the island, which is that they have the city of Perla has a unique holiday called the Night of the Plague. So it's a 3-day holiday where the first day is sort of this big feast and celebration, and then that's when they do the celebration they do tonight, which is they all go indoors and stay locked inside. She said it was dated back to, like, it looks like the Middle Ages, like possibly the Black Plague. And so ever since the Black Plague, they would send people to this island who were sickly. It started as a monastery and eventually became a hospital, which was then shut down in the 1950s. And it's been quarantined since. And I'll even say she probably was able to tell you that, like, it was one of those big scandal events. Like, it got shut down by the Italian government because of the abuse and mistreatment of the patients there. So that's why it's kind of like one of those like extra spooky locations, perfect for ghost hunting in. But none of you were really able to find any information yourselves when you looked this place up.
In all honesty, guys, they probably swept like a lot of this under the rug, confidential files and stuff. We probably won't find it even if we dug for like hours. Also, I guess like it's like folklore. Nobody really cares to talk about it. Maybe it's like a taboo to even talk about it in the town. That could be why people were giving me weird looks. I thought it was because of my charming smile and disposition with them.
Oh, it's not that.
People don't smile here. You know that, right?
That's true. I smiled at this lady once and she gave me this weird thing. She like looked at me evilly and I felt a chill down my spine. I think she cursed me.
Well,
She was
I'm
definitely possessed by a demon.
I don't think that's it. I'm sure that they were just off put by how friendly you were. But anyway, I'm sure any information we need will be told by the spirits later.
That's right, we could always trust the actual voices of those who were there.
That's right.
And Hyuen, as you get the first Wi-Fi repeater set up, you notice that you get the sort of stream going on its like starting soon setup. You get your dial in with Maya, and she immediately goes, "Hi, babes. It's me, Maya. How are you all doing? Did you get to the island safe and sound?"
We're here. I wouldn't say safe or sound, but close enough.
Oh, don't talk like that. You know, tonight's the big night. And look, and she points out the chat is already popping off with people, like already coming in and
Catching Pokemon.
and she even mentions like, look, we've already got super chats coming in.
Ooh, Bloody Carrot King's here. This will be a good night then.
Ooh, Keith and Janelle, let's go!
And so you can tell that there are dedicated fans who have been looking forward to this. And Maya,
Paul BD with the 20! Ultimate Unum with 30! Holy shit!
see, big night, and it's already starting good. So I did send you your schedule for the night. The only thing that's super important is that we do need to make sure, obviously, nothing survives first contact. My accent's gonna switch between like British, Irish, and Australian.
She's well-traveled. She's well-traveled.
She's from Connecticut. She doesn't have an accent. She has all accents.
She is in the UK. And she says, so I've sent you the schedule. I also sent you where on the island you'll need to set up the Wi-Fi route repeaters. They have about a 300-meter range each, so I've set that up. Now,
look at you spoiling us today. These are expensive.
Hey, we have a lot of people joining in the chat, and we've really sold this, hyped this up. I'm expecting that these super chats are gonna bring in big money. And she brings up like she even said like, you know, it's kind of been advertised a little because this has sort of happened in the past where it's like you control a stream, and people who send donations can sometimes get you guys to like do certain things or explore certain areas. Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, she points out the schedule and she says, so hopefully I figured we can start at the bridge, and Marco can do his intro script. And then after that, there's supposedly the monks on the island, they grew lemons. And I was thinking that, you know, maybe we could grab one, we could send it to one of our patrons, or we could try making lemonade for a future video. We can make content off of it if we stop there first. And then after that, and if you guys look, I do have the schedule in the handouts. After that, just north of the Lemon Grove, where the monks used to cremate bodies. Supposedly, I think that would be a great footage. And of course, there's the mass graves that were found when they raided the hospital. So I think you should stop there as well. But really, I think any shot of this place is going to be pure gold, babes. And then obviously the most important thing, regardless of what we have to cut, we have to make sure at midnight that you are in the basement of the chapel with Corrina and the Witchboard, because that has been the big selling point. It's on all of the advertisement, all of the merchandise.
I promise to not disappoint.
You'll do lovely.
While they're on the phone, Corrina's gonna double check her supplies to make sure she has everything there.
Yep. So is there anything specific you wanted to check for, or?
She just wanted to make sure that like her witchboard was there, and she kind of like makes a show of it.
Yep. So, cool. Going through your bags, there is like it's almost like set up like a little laptop case, like one of those protective like foam layers, and when you pull it out, you have your very intricate witch board.
Making sure that everything is intact. She's satisfied with how everything's packed away. She gives the thumbs up to her crew, and she just kind of gently puts it back. Marco, do you want the spirit box out now, or do you want to wait?
I think that we should wait until at least we head into the bridge and get that all sorted out. Don't want to like, wring it too dry before we're on screen and all that yet.
Right.
I totally agree. We should have the reactions should
all
be
be-
live. Absolutely.
Live, legit. Come on, we gotta do it. Keith and Janelle are there too.
Oh, and
You're right.
perfect. I see you already have some footage of the lighthouse. I also have some generic ads we can play, as well as the videos in the drive of Perla that you took yesterday. So we are ready to go. If anything's gonna get us demonetized, I'll switch us over.
All right, cool. So we're heading to the bridge, right?
Yes, and she says should be just north of the lighthouse, so you should be able to find it.
Yeah, I think I saw it when I was doing my Titanic impression on top.
Yeah, I'm sure you have a great view. That would be a good shot. Make sure you film that as well from the top of the lighthouse.
Enoch,
Oh.
come hold me. Let's go do that.
All right,
Peter
break a
kind of
leg.
sighs and rolls his eyes as he grabs a camera, following that.
All right, break a leg, babes. I'll be in touch. I'll be moderating the chat. I'll keep myself muted, but if I have anything that I need to add, I'll make sure to pop in.
Make sure to keep Doc in check. You know he likes to get a bit feisty in chat.
Okay, everyone, line up for mics.
Is my good? Can you hear it? How about this? And I rustle my jacket next to it.
Ow. Ow, you're good. You're good.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Corrina's just kind of fiddling with her mic and is giving a little bit of ASMR, and she's like, welcome back. Today we're gonna go explore some ghosts.
Oh, ASMR's cool.
In reality, Corrina actually super hates ASMR.
I wonder why we never did something like that for the channel. Maybe we should, like after this.
I think our niche is ghost hunting, but we could definitely put that on the idea board.
Oh, cool. Come on.
She in
There's
fact never puts it on the idea board.
I'm so forgetful. I will never even remember that this idea.
If there's any other equipment, Enoch is gonna go to Peter and Hyuen and make sure that if they need help, he just does like everything, so he's just making sure that they're good.
Yeah, everything seems to be good. Let me know if any of you would like to go when you're heading to the bridge, and we can cut over to there. Unless you would like to explore any other, like around the lighthouse or anything.
I think I'm gonna take Peter, Corrina up top to try to do the Titanic impression.
Corrina automatically knows that she is meant to be Jack.
Come on, we got the lead and we got the Sarah, and of course we got Peter there because who else is gonna take the best shots possible? That's right, my boy there. Hey, what's with this sour face? Come on, dude.
Would we say that like Peter has a small like drone with a camera on it to get those like optical, those wide angles?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Sweet. So yeah, Peter like throws the drone up into the air and it takes light and he ducks
you
back
name it yet?
down.
I still think Casper's a good name for it.
Yeah, okay, it's Casper now.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, Peter, if you want, you could be Jack. I think I can handle holding a camera for a little bit if, you wanted to be a part of this Titanic scene.
As much as I appreciate the offer, y'all are the main stars. We all know it. He says as he ducks back down below.
Listen, Peter, we all know that you and Hyuen are the real stars.
Oh, definitely. During all the ladies and the big bucks, I know that for sure. Everybody
Peter
loves
will
a tech guy. Everybody does.
Peter will just wink as he ducks his head into the drone controls as the drone starts flying around and kind of like harassing them a little bit with the camera.
Hey, hey! He's being playful. That's good. Corrina, excited about
Yes.
tonight?
I'm sorry, what's up?
Excited about tonight?
Yeah, it's, and my brain's a buzzing, like the energy is crackling with life.
Wish I knew what that was like. You don't have your cool spiritual connection and everything.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, well, we're very glad to have you in the crew. Otherwise, pretty sure this thing would have never even taken off. Anyway, so am I holding you or you holding me?
You know what? I think you were the rose in this situation. You are the star.
Hold me like one of your French girls, I guess. I saw it like 12 years ago. I can't remember the actual.
It's draw me like one of your French girls. But you got spirit, and she kind of gets into position to hold Marco.
I step up and I was like, put in my arms. And I'm just gonna look at the drone and just scream out, "I'm king of the wood!" And then like a bug flies in my mouth. Can we get a second take? No? What do you mean no?
No, that's
Gag
gonna be
reel.
that's gonna be great. That's gonna be
Honestly, I think that
Maya's
we
gonna
should
do
make.
so much with that.
I think we should make that a reaction gif.
Oh, I love that.
Every time we're out, another stupid gif. I just want to be the cool guy.
You are cool. Gifs are so hot right now.
Oh come on, you're bullshitting. I know that much at least.
I mean,
No,
just
I'm
just
not.
imagine it. You could see your face reacting to something random on the internet at any given time. Think about the notoriety.
I know what you're right. I'd love to see my face more. But
See?
thank you there, Corrina. Hey, let's go.
Yep,
Ah.
let's go.
All right. So, as you make your way forward, you can see the bridge from pretty far away. There's definitely things like hanging off of it, and it seems to be the main connection point between this little lighthouse island and the main island itself. And let me just pop
I
this.
do also actually want to, as we're leaving, Peter will say, "Oh shit, I forgot my bag. I'll catch up with you," and he'll duck back into the lighthouse because it seems like we're gonna be coming back here a little bit, and he's gonna set some tricks up in here also. A couple more noise generators, and then maybe like something to set the EMFs off somewhere.
Perfect.
While Peter is, going to get his bag, Corrina kind of takes this moment to fall out of step with the group, and she kind of pulls out a little notebook and she's just flipping through it real quickly. And when she's kind of satisfied, she just nods her head and like stuffs it back in her bra.
All right. So yeah, as you get closer and closer to the bridge, you can tell that
It's windy.
it is windy, but the bridge is this simple cast iron bridge that was at one point painted green, but has now pretty much gone completely rusty. And the sea and the sun have really faded all of the painting and caused it to chip. But when you actually look at what you've been noticing hanging and stringing, and floating off of it, you see that there are hundreds and hundreds of dolls. Some of them Some of them are completely whole still. Others are very simple. They look almost like sticks and maybe even bone and straw, like all mixed together into these vaguely looking human stick figures. Others are kind of just doll limbs or clothing that have sort of lost their parts to the weather.
Oh, this is absolutely mortifying.
And then towards the front, you also notice that there are crosses, notes in Italian, little like saint cards, like the type you would get at like a church, like at like a funeral. There's some shriveled flowers and dead flowers, candles as well that have melted down to nothing.
Do we
This
need?
that bridge is the Weeping Bridge, right?
Yes, it is.
Gotcha.
Okay.
When are we starting our live stream? Do we need to rehearse before?
We're gonna do. Marco's gonna do his intro by the bridge. And
Yeah, I
then
pull out the paper. I got the script and everything. It's a little crumpled, but I got it. Been reading it to myself for a while now.
Yeah, maybe do we want to start like at the edge of the bridge on the near edge, and then we'll like record it while we walk across the bridge, or do we want to like start in the middle of the bridge and
I think
Marco
we
can
should
give
go
his spiel?
straight in the middle. I'll like stand on the edge of it, back against the thing, so it looks like I could fall off at any moment. But we gotta get like a cool shot of all these dolls too.
I love it.
Oh,
That sounds very cinematic.
oh, sick. I start walking and I'm just like muttering to myself, "Holy fuck! Holy fuck! Holy fuck!" So I'm getting close to
Yeah,
the
Peter
edge.
gets into position with the camera. I feel like he's also maybe using the drone as well to
Oh,
get like
yeah.
an aerial
I was gonna
shot.
say, like, you have to use the drone. You have to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
Oh, it's always nice to see you, Casper. Okay.
We've got
So we
1
want-
minute before the live, everyone.
1 minute for the live. Okay, let me just start like doing some weird stretches in my like before thing ritual. It's very much like shitty yoga, but made to look like a jock is supposed to be doing it. And I fluff up my jacket, make sure it's all looking good because it's my signature look. Got my beanie on, got my communications things, my little headband with the cam and everything. I'm just like, okay, cool. All right. Stand here, Pete. Is good for you.
I think it's looking good.
All right. Okay. Just tell me when, and I'll get this off.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, my name is Marco Proudfoot, and we are the Spektral Crew. We go places and do things that you would never do. This evening, we are broadcasting live from Sicily, the forsaken island of Malamente. We managed to get to this forbidden place and are going to try tonight to push our subscriber count over the 1 million mark. It is a warm and sticky evening here, just off the coast, and we've managed to find a way to get to this lost island to investigate the ghosts and demons that are reputed to be in residence on this cursed place, trapped in a hellish prison. As with our other live streams, we'll be doing shoutouts and taking requests throughout the evening until we get to the witching hour, where Enoch, Corrina, and myself will be forming a seance on the altar that we have it on good authority remains here beneath the chapel using Corrina's own special witch board. And if you follow along, crewers, then we hope to conjure the spirits that are bound here. And I take like a few steps here, take a few steps there.
And
Don't
while he
forget-
does that, I on my smartphone I crank like the spooky effects, so something creepy kind of echoes, like a creepy noise echoes in that moment as he pauses.
It's very minute, but you see there's a little shiver in his step as he takes it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notifications icon so you can get more quality Spectral content in the future. Also, make sure to check out our top quality official merchandise on Zazzle. Now, with a bit of history of this place, here's some VT. Boom!
And with that, Maya clicks something on her end. Obviously, the chat's going wild, donations are flooding in, and this sort of like intro video starts playing, buying you guys just enough time to sort of cross over the bridge and get your second Wi-Fi repeater set up on the mainland side.
Question, is Peter kind of like still recording as they're like making their way to the next Wi-Fi spot?
Yep.
Okay. So Corrina, so as the group's kind of walking toward, like, off the bridge with the group, she stops, and you can just hear like this audible gasp and like her shudder, and she kind of stumbles back and she's like, oh gods, Marco, I'm getting something.
Peter, get the camera. We gotta get this now. All right. Okay. And he's like, I ready myself. I get next to her and he's like, okay.
It
Well, folks, it seems that the night has started rather excitedly. Corrina, what have you found? What have you feeling?
oh gosh, she starts like grabbing at her neck, and she's like, I can't, I feel like I can't breathe. And she's like she's looking around, like tears are kind of welling up in her eyes. And she's like, there's so much water. I'm falling. There's an old man looking at me. I'm scared. And she kind of like snaps at it for a second. She's like, I think that there's a presence of a little girl here.
And then Marco's breath. I think it's me. Are you okay?
A tragedy's happened here, Marco.
The
If-
air reeks of negative energy. I can tell
Hey.
that much.
If we have time, there's a little girl here, and she kind of like points to like kind of the closest doll. She wants to tell her story. Do we have time for that?
I think we do. She's been
Peter
so
does like
long.
an intense zoom in on the doll.
I'd like whisper in Peter, because I feel like Peter and I have like our own headsets that we talk to each other, so like it doesn't
definitely.
interrupt. And I'm like, get the thermal camera.
Yeah, it's probably the two of you and maybe like Maya on that call or something.
Yeah.
And she like Corrina kind of walks over to the doll and like kneels down on one knee. And she, she whispers a little prayer before she continues. There is a little girl. She kind of like pauses for a moment. She said, you can kind of hear her just go, what did you say your name was? I'm sorry, I'm not good at Italian. Her name is Katiana La Rosa. She said that she came with her grandpa. She said 1960s. I'm terrible with time. Does that sound right to everyone with how the island works?
I feel so.
She came here to leave this doll for her sick brother. Oh, he was so sick. She was worried that he would leave her all alone, but she wanted to be a big girl and tie it to the railing. Oh god. She's falling. And at this point she's like openly weeping. She's scared. It's so dark. And she shudders a bit. Grandma, where are you? And like she kind of takes a step back and tries to hide the fact that she's crying. But also not, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna just like give an eye motion to Enoch just to like sort that out, and I'm gonna just like get Peter's attention to pull the camera away so that Corrina could like maintain herself a bit. Well, everybody.
Yeah, cut back to a close up on Marco.
Well, everybody, as you can see, this island is ripe with stories to be told. People have been here, waiting, years upon years, suffering in silence, and we are here to give them a voice. And you are here to listen to their stories. Thank you so much, Tatiana La Rosa. I hope your story gives you a little solace that know that it will be heard.
And Marco, as you're kind of like walking backwards, like to the other side of the bridge, like, and with the camera following you, you suddenly like trip over something that's like right in front of the bridge.
Yeah, what was that? Huh? I turn back and look at where like my foot hooked on whatever.
Yeah, in the
Yes.
ground is this stone inlay, that's kind of in this like branch like shape, and it looks like it's a little dusty, but like you can tell the stonework is like this bright blue color, almost like it's made of like turquoise, and it looks totally untouched, unlike the bridge and the lighthouse. It's like in a pristine condition.
Like Deagle in the second Lord of the Rings movie, just my hand just instinctively just reaches out and grabs it, tries to like shimmy it out.
It doesn't really shimmy. It's more like a mural that's like in the ground.
I'm gonna start dusting it off a bit. What is this? Peter, get Casper to get a top angle for this.
Oh yeah, I pilot Casper over. He switched to infrared as well, and he's gazing down at the symbol.
It's like branch or something, like an antler. It's
Yeah, if anyone would like to
gorgeous.
try to roll occult, you can.
I
Ooh,
will
In the
try.
in the chat right now, somebody named Ghost Tina has done a $20 super chat, and they say, "Oh, I just got chills when that symbol appeared on screen."
Oh, that's great. I'm not going to pick. Maya, get Doc. Do I even have a cult?
Oh, I have 5 occult. I'm not
I
even sure
don't
if
think you
should.
should try.
I'd like
Karina's
to think.
Karina's still shaken up.
Yeah, so strangely enough, Hyuen, the skeptic, and Enoch both feel like they've seen this symbol somewhere. Like maybe in like general research, but neither of you, and you kind of have this association with it as like it, like, you know, like one of those symbols, like, you know, when you see like the Mars symbol or something like that, you recognize it as like, oh, like alchemists use this or something like that. You kind of have that feeling. You don't have a clue what it is though.
Is it like demonic or something?
It doesn't look demonic. I take a picture and I send it to Maya. I'm like, let's have this just in case.
Oh, that's cool. I'm going to like just do a quick walk around of it, just for like some extra roll, and also see if I could like spot anything else that might clue us in, or if there's another one later on, like it's a pattern that repeats or anything like that.
You don't see anything like that. It just seems to be at the very edge of the bridge. So like once you fully dust it off, you can kind of see it a little bit in the art, but like it's like this mosaic tiling, and then that strand of branch shaped, like maybe turquoise, maybe lapis lazuli. It's some bright blue stone.
I'm going to just kind of push aside and go up to where Corrina is, and like just crouch next to her. Hey, you okay?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to lose my cool like that. It's
Oh, it's no biggie whatsoever. It's probably best for the camera and all that anyway.
yeah,
But
it's just hard when, you know, kids die.
don't really have any words I could possibly say about that. It's terrible, honestly. I'm sure there's nothing good to come out of this island for them, other than us helping in whatever way we can right now. But you could help too, because there's a symbol there, and we're all kind of stumped. I think it's demonic, but everybody says no, it's not. And you know,
Yeah.
I kind of, you're whatever you think it is, I'll probably believe that too, because you know you're the witchy one.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm not super familiar with that mark, but I'm sure, you know, Maya will be able to figure out what it is. I think it's a little bit out of my range of expertise.
Oh, that's perfectly fine, but not demonic, right?
No, I don't think it's demonic.
Okay, cool. Just remember, if it ever gets too much, pull out entirely. Safety first and all that, right?
I appreciate it. Can Corrina try to do like a sense to make sure it's not actually demonic?
You failed the occult, so not really. You don't get any
Okay.
senses from it, at least not any real ones.
I wonder if it's Catholic. Oh, it is Italian. Maybe.
Yeah, so chat is examining it on their own, but it doesn't seem like many people have any idea what it is.
Either way, we have it now, and we know where it is if we ever find more clues. Oh, it's like a mystery. What if we find more things about it, like at the hospital and all that? Oh, this is cool. It's like giving us things to like find out. That's really cool. Hey, the island is like digging into. I'm trying to like lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah. Should we move on to the next spot?
I think we had to set up the Wi-Fi repeater, right? Or is Hyuen already doing that?
Hune's probably already on it.
I'm gonna shout, Hyuen! Are you doing the thing? Are you stabbing the Wi-Fi thing in the ground?
It's not in the ground. Never. We're good. Get going.
Just want to make sure,
He thinks it's like a Jurassic Park like fucking transmitter.
Wait, you mean it's not?
No.
So like,
You
how
have-
do you?
It's a box.
Oh, but don't you put the box on the ground?
No.
It floats.
It's in the building over there.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense. I thought it would have been cool, get a shot of you like stabbing it in the ground. That would have been like really sick. It's very kinetic. I learned that word like 2 weeks ago. Kinetic.
All right, and I think we are going to cut to a actual break, and then we'll pick this up afterwards. So thank you again, everyone, for joining us. We're gonna BRB, take a little bathroom break, water break, stretch your legs, all that good stuff.
How long will the break be?
Let's see. It is 8:20, 10 minutes, and we'll start up at 8:30.
All right.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan.
I know how broken you really are. You need therapy.
All right, BRB. I'm actually going to the bathroom.
Oh,
Okay.
1 second. I gotta switch this. There we go. Sorry, I hadn't fully switched this. And we
Yeah.
are back.
Everybody, that was a good break. I'm glad everybody is on time. I know that when we started off, that was really rough. Granted, that was my fault. I didn't know that I needed extra time for my makeup. Oh, we're live? Oh, hey!
It's okay. You don't have to be insecure. Wearing makeup is hot in 2022.
I know, but I want to show off the scars and stuff. I hear that people are really into that.
So yeah, you have all started wandering into this wooded area. You can definitely tell that this is the lemon grove that Maya was talking about. Is very obvious as soon as you get there. There's like this well-worn path that leads into it, and you can tell that once this was well taken care of, but now the branches of these trees have grown so intertangled over the years that it's almost like you're walking inside. Like the moon and the stars do not cast any light down into here. And you can smell this like sweet citrusy smell and hear a buzz of flies around. And there's this badness to that citrus as well that like just pinches your nose in the wrong way, like almost like things going sour.
Oh, they're going to have to pay us a lot to drink this in lemonade. Tell that much.
Yeah,
I
and
mean-
that's more obvious once you actually see one of the branches heavy with the lemons. Because while you can definitely tell they have that thick yellow skin, it is very much looks like a lemon. Some of them are like as big as your fist, others like a football, some even like bigger than your head, and they kind of all have these like growths along them. Like, have you ever seen the
Yeah,
like
little tumors.
yeah, the little lemon tumors?
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
yikes.
Maya did say that we could just send it to a Patreon
Feels like
member,
we're good.
so.
It feels like a B-rated horror movie in the making. Hey, I bought this haunted lemon. Oh wow! Suddenly, I'm haunted by a sentient evil lemon.
You guys are actually supposed to make lemonade with that right now.
Wait, right now? She wants us to do it now?
Yes. You signed up to do a deal, and now we have to sell spectral juice. So you're gonna have to make the lemonade and mix it with the energy drink.
I knew that
You
bath
did
was a
this.
joke. I knew I shouldn't have made that bath was a joke. Alright, fine. I remember I had family down the Amalfi Coast, so I do know how to go harvest some lemons, but these are fucking huge.
Yeah, and you can tell that chat is definitely going wild once you take a look at. So Hyuen has on him like a vest that holds like 3 iPads. One is like your feed to Maya. One's like what's currently being filmed on the stream. Then like one is focused on the chat. And let me just.
I guess I could give them. Okay, yeah. I remember my time down with my family. I could tell them. I could give them a little bit of a history on lemon farming in Italy.
Oh, everyone's giving you money for to eat a lemon.
Eat.
You gotta eat one now.
Fucking. All right. Okay, guys. Well, as you can see, we've got some postulating lemons here, some citrus. That's going. Well, honestly, I can't really make a horrific thing because they just look terrifying.
I
That's a
think
frickin-
maybe for 200 you should eat it skin and all.
Skip. God damn it. All right, fine. Whatever.
I love that I did 200 chat to make Marco just bite right into it.
I'm gonna get like one of the more manageable ones because I know that despite lemons being huge, the bigger ones tend to have like really thick skin, and I'm not biting into a rind, so I'm gonna get like a nice about a fist-sized one.
Mm-hmm.
Try to yank it off of its branch.
And the $200
Oh.
comes in.
Oh, ooh, you gotta eat it, Marco.
I look to the camera, and I do like a basketball spin of the lemon on my finger, hop it up, roll it on the back of my arm, roll it to the next one, lift it in the air. I was like, all right, I guess I'm your little monkey dancing around the stage. Ah! And I take a bite out of it.
Roll me a d10.
Oh god.
That's not one of the system.
I mean, technically, when you roll a d100, it's just 2 d10s.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, good.
We love to see it.
So when you bite into it, your teeth sink through the skin, and there is this like sound of gas leaving it as it like almost deflates like a balloon. And this wretched, sickly decay smell blasts into your face, and it fills everything around. Everyone make a con check.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
This
Marco, did you
lemon.
just eat a fart?
Okay. Was Lemon really out here trying to get us?
Ooh.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Okay.
That means that I like fucking hit a button and the cameras turn the fuck off.
Oh, here it is.
Corrina, she goes like but manages to,
Yeah.
like,
Step
just
away.
keep it down.
Marco is gonna like keep biting through it because
Uh,
he doesn't know that the cameras are off. He's like,
yeah. Honestly, like, Maya probably switches on another camera anyway, because like this is still good footage and no one started puking. She was probably ready to
I'm
swap
like
it.
chewing it and I'm
Yeah,
like slowly
it doesn't
like mouthing.
even feel like lemon skin to you. It
This
almost
is like
feels like
plasmoid.
it's no, it's more
jelly.
like almost papery as it like rips apart. And it starts to crumble in your hand, almost like it's
That's like-
desiccated.
Oh, it's like eating drywall.
And it tastes like decay, like rotten fruit.
I'm punctuating every sentence with a random fact about lemon farming and its amazing impact in Italy, and how some of the best lemons in the world are grown there and all that. Like shilling my
You-
family out as well.
You also need to swallow it. They did pay $200.
I have to. Well, ain't gonna say markers not to somebody who's swallowing. I'm like putting my hand in my mouth,
Yeah.
just like shove it down my throat.
Even as you like pass your con check, like your whole body has like a tingle down it. Like, ugh.
I'm just paused in like a single pose, like a statue, and I'm just looking at everybody with this expression on my face of just like empty shock, and I'm like, sometimes I wonder to myself, really, is it all worth it?
Chat is and Maya chimes in. She's like, "Chat's still going wild with these donations. I can tell tonight's gonna be the night."
If somebody does 500, I'll eat the rest of it, but fuck this thing.
Enoch is gonna like do a like an underhand toss of a water bottle.
Oh, I catch it and thank you. Enoch. Bro, thanks. Start drinking it
Karina,
up. This is the worst lemonade ever.
well, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Karina catches the message from Ghost Fan 44. Doesn't say anything, but her eyes do kind of like dart away.
And for Peter and Hyuen, you hear Maya in your ear, and she does say, we've got 583 viewers in the chat, and we're at over 1,000 already for super chats.
Great. Corrina, you gotta do the ad.
Please tell them to stop saying Lemusi in chat.
There's
I don't know
immediately
what
like
you-
$5 super chats that all say Lemusi.
I bet like 2 of them are Doc. Fucking bastard.
Oh,
I'm like, Corrina, the code is Lamussy with $2
Oh,
at
right.
checkout.
All right. And she kind of turns and she gets a serious face on. Have you ever wondered what it's like to drink ectoplasma juice? Well, look no further. we have a great sponsor that's really trapped the essence of Ghost into a refreshing beverage. If you check out now, you can use the code LAMUSSY for $2 off at checkout.
Don't
And she
forget to tell them
winks.
it's the $2 signs as the S's.
And she's holding up like a lemon.
Yeah. Does anyone
Perfect.
else like open up or look at any of these lemons?
I am
I-
going to keep looking around because this
Yeah,
is
Corrina's gonna take a look at it too.
this is a like the Italian part of Marco is like super distraught at seeing these trees in such disrepair because it's like perfect. It's on a coast. It's getting the right amount of like wind and everything. It's honestly perfect, and it's just it's just horrible to look at. So he's just walking around, just wandering, hitting things, and like this is horrible. This breaks my heart. Ugh.
Enoch is gonna take some since they're gonna probably send some to their to like their Patreons or whatever, or maybe do like a bidding war on their Patreon. Enoch is gonna grab some ones that look interesting and not rotten.
Oh, I think we should probably sign those for the Patreon too.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Might want to wash it first.
I think
No,
we
no,
should
give him
put...
the stank. Give him the whole skank of this island.
It wouldn't hurt to write Lamussi on them either.
For $20, I'll kiss one and send it directly to you. Actually, to be fair, Corrina, they probably pay more for you.
That's fine.
Enoch, what about you?
He just looks over, holding these strangely shaped, comically large lemons in his comically large hands, and
Wait. I just pull up my phone. Hey, just hold them up like in front of your chest for a second.
he puts them in the bag.
Come on. Enoch. Dude. I can't be the only butt of the joke today.
He will take pity on you. He rolls his eyes like, all right. He holds them up appropriately.
I take a picture. Oh, this is great. And we want to make this the group. This is the group icon now.
Maya chimes in. She says, "Why don't we cut open a few more? Show the chat that, you know, what they look like on the inside."
Sure, let's get one of the big ones, a few big ones, a few small ones, and a few medium ones then.
Yeah,
You do like
should
it's
have
an
Enoch-
unboxing. Lemon
We should have
unboxing.
Enoch just like rip one in half, like show off his strength.
Yeah, you're right. Freaking Herculean and shit. Get the moon right behind him and all that. But we have to get out of here. It's like, I don't know how they'd have it overcast like this. Really, this place is terrible. How long has these trees had to suffer like this?
While Marco's kind of reminiscing about the tree, Karita's fully just like opening a lemon right next to his ear.
Ah!
Ugh.
What was you?
Yeah.
Can you not
So,
do that in the audio?
are you trying to peel it with your fingers, or are you like? Do you maybe have like? You probably could
I-
have like a Swiss
I
Army
think
knife
she
or
has
something.
like a little Swiss Army knife on her.
All right. Yeah. So when you cut yours open, roll me a d10.
Okay. Remind me how to do it in...
Slash R. Yeah, 1d10. Okay, 10. So when you start to cut it open, it has this... It looks almost like the lemon starts to bleed. For a second, you actually thought you cut yourself, and when you look, it's coming out of the lemon. And as you like peel the skin back, it looks like fleshy muscle on the inside, but it almost looks like you're cutting open skin instead. Roll me a sanity check.
Looks
Let's see here.
And Peter is capturing all this on on camera.
I'm just trying to find my sanity. Hold on.
It's at the top in the green area. It's like one of your main stats on the hit
Oh,
points.
I see it. Okay.
Nice.
All right, you do not take any sanity loss from this.
I do think that she kind of looks at it, drops it, and
Would I need
stubbles
to do
back
one
a
too?
little bit.
Oh,
Would I
I'm
want-
sorry. No, okay, this is one of the ones that's 0 for a fail. Or 0 for a pass, I should say.
Would I need to do one as well? Because it's ASMR'd into my ear.
Yeah, probably. More so that you, like, turn and it looks like someone's, like, cutting skin open at
Touching
eye
in front
level
of-
with
who are in
you.
front of me. Oh, lovely.
Oh god.
Oh, no. That was a
Oh.
bad
It
night.
begins.
Bad news beans.
So that is 1 sanity to you.
Where does that go?
So just lower your sanity by 1 point.
If
Oh,
you hit
sweet.
edit at the top, yeah, there you
Oh, there we go. Edit. There we go. So 49 out of 49. Oh, is it 49 out of 50 then, I guess. Okay, cool.
Despite what it looks like, though, this one doesn't smell disgusting like Marco's did. It smells like a lemon.
You know, in all honesty, I think I prefer this one over the one I ate. I'm gonna like dip my finger into the ichor and just like lick it.
It tastes like lemon.
Corrina looks away.
It's fine, I guess. You know, hey, ketchup, I guess. And I'm gonna like
People
take it
in
off
chat
of her
are
hands.
throwing up.
Oh, grow up! You guys maybe eat this. I'm just gonna like start slurping on it a bit. It's not bad, honestly.
Yeah, it
Kind of.
tastes kind of like a normal lemon, like what you'd get in a store. It just kind of looks very meaty.
A ruby red.
People
like
in
it
chat are
had-
definitely like grossed out. A couple people are like, "There's blood oranges. Are there blood lemons too? Like, has
Well,
anyone
yeah,
ever
actually-
heard of this?"
Actually, yes, they are. They're red lemons. They could find them in Australia. They call it like
It
Australian
would be
red lem-
Australia.
It's Australian red limes and red lemons. They're rare, very expensive too. But they're usually dwarf because of the they're very small usually, not gigantic like these.
Normally, lemons don't have muscle tissue.
Well, it's a plant. It lives. It is like its version of muscle, but this is terrifying. It's like veiny and shit in there.
Yeah, can we Corrina's
Yeah, let
kind
me.
of
I just chuck
looking
it away.
anxiously. She's
I
like,
chuck it
yeah,
away.
do we have to be in this little lemon orchard much longer? I don't like the fact that this was bleeding.
Enoch, how much you got there? You think we got enough for our patrons?
Yeah, that's enough.
All right, well then let's go.
Yeah,
Let's, get-
and Enoch, as you go to like grab the last one, your finger kind of like just goes through it,
Ugh.
and as soon as you pierce the skin with your thumb, you feel something like kind of pull down onto your hands, and it's almost like little tendrils coming out. It feels worm-like as it like goops down the side of your thumb and like all the way down to about where your wrist is.
Oh, he just fully pulls his hand back. Just
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it pulls with it. Like the lemon is like stuck. Roll me a sanity check.
oh my gosh.
Is this like noticeable enough
Oh.
that that Peter would be able to train the camera quickly on Enoch?
Yeah, you definitely see Enoch like shaking his hand probably and like
Oh, that messed up. It's nope. It's not letting me do a sanity check.
did you switch off of edit mode?
Yeah. Oh no, I lied. Nope, I wasn't on edit mode. Giving me a syntax error. Yay.
Weird. Okay. You can also just type like / roll 100 and then compare it with your sanity.
I broke it. Okay.
I don't know what you did to break it.
Exist. Oh, well.
Well, that's a failure, I'm guessing.
Don't like that. No, yeah.
So that is 2 sanity damage to you.
Damn.
Mhm.
And yeah, you can feel that, like, as you try to get it off, it peels away, but it's almost like ripping duct tape off of your skin.
What is that sound? Ah!
Yeah, he's I think he's freaking out enough that something internal with him slips, and he looks down at it while he's trying to pull the lemon off.
Yeah, it looks like the goop is kind of like shrinking down and evaporating. And then I think make me a power check
Okay.
if you can.
Yeah. That's a success.
Okay. So your vision suddenly becomes hazy, and all of a sudden you're in the grove still, but it seems to pull back and be less overgrown and more cultivated. And you see a line of these dark humanoid shapes moving among the trees. And they all have wheelbarrows filled with something. And there's this big metal grate, and they're tipping their wheelbarrows in one by one by one, and you just hear a clatter down below that rings through your bones. And then all of a sudden you blink, and you're back in the dark, overgrown grove.
How does my hand look?
Your hand is slightly sticky, but not any different.
Is that place within view? That metal grate?
Now that you kind of know where it is, you kind of find some like leaves where that have fallen from the trees, and like as you brush them aside, you're able to find it.
Enoch. Hey, Enoch, you okay?
It's this big, thick, heavy iron grate in the ground. It's way too heavy for even you wouldn't be able to move it. And
Would two
even if
people
you
be able to
could,
move it
it's
together?
kind of like maybe only like a foot and a half across. Like it's not very wide. You would have a tough time fitting down it.
Did you find something, Enoch?
He just nods and gestures to the grate. He's sweating, and is just going to step back to let them investigate it while he pulls back to light up another cigarette.
Ooh, a crate. Ooh, looks like it's small enough for Casper to get down there. What's it? Oh, it could be for like what, filtration, irrigation.
Peter will step up as like Marco is talking, getting him in shot in the as well as the grate. With one hand, and the other hand, he'll crack up a glow stick and throw it like through the bars of the grate, hoping to get like a shot of it falling down.
And I'm like trying, and I really am trying to lift up the grate myself.
Yeah, the grate itself does not move. Once you drop the glow stick down, though, you can see it goes maybe like 20 or 30 feet, and I'm gonna have you roll me spot hidden. And with a okay, well that's
Wow, that went deeper than I thought it was going to. 15.
ooh.
Great success.
So with yours, Timbo, you do make out as it clunks down, 20 or 30 feet down. What it lands on seems to be piles of human bones.
Oh God.
What do you see
as
down there?
as I zoom in on the viscera as much as possible.
What you see down there?
I see bodies. I see the remains of it looks like skeletons. I see maybe that looks like a full that's a skull. There's a skull down there. At least one. I see another skull. There's
Oh,
at
there are a
least
few
two skulls down there.
There are a few skeletons down there, you're saying?
Yeah, didn't somebody say that this place had unmarked burials somewhere around
Mass
here?
graves.
Probably too many
Yeah.
lemons.
Lemons were a little shitty, yeah. Still, this grate is way too small for for people, though. Right?
Goes down so far.
Does the grate look like it's people-sized, Mitch? Mitch.
I was like, who's Mitch?
Yeah. Missed.
So it's about 18 inches, like from side to side. So like, if you could get down there, it would be a tight squeeze.
They probably did they shove them down there? I don't think
I
so.
want to, if it's all right with everybody, I want to get a closer look at the bones. I would need help moving the grate and getting down there.
Okay, sure. Enoch, you think you could help me out there, friend?
Enoch hesitates.
I'd love to
but
show off my muscles alone, trust me, but you know, safety.
he nods and just takes a long drag and is going to hand Hyun his cigarette if he would be so kind.
I like taking it from my mouth. You're good. Go ahead.
I'm
He-
going to take off my leather jacket and just hand it to Corrina to hold on. Don't want to get a damage or anything. Thanks.
Of course, Corrina holds it.
Very rare sight, but still something that people have seen. Just rippling muscles, just like ready. All right, let's freaking go. Hooah! Also, can't we just like send Casper down there or something instead of going down? Like, how are we gonna climb back up?
I think I'll be okay.
Every time. I'm so unlucky today. I'm having the worst luck.
Yeah, the grate itself is not moving.
Corrina's
That's sad.
Corrina's like
Karina's giving it her all, but like she is not very strong.
I'm trying my best. I'm like, it's like a very like seeing Corrina actually like putting her all is going to make me very sad that I can't do anything about this. God damn it! Like cursing Italian under my breath, like, stuff.
Did nobody think to bring a crowbar or anything?
Well, it doesn't think that we need it really. How often do you think we're gonna find a grate with a bunch of corpses?
It's okay. She kind of looks at the book. Can she see the bones now that Peter's kind of like pointed it out?
Yes.
Okay. She kind of looks at the bones, pauses for a second, and looks at Marco, still kind of like having his leather jacket over her shoulder. The voices are saying we need to. There's a cremation pit.
A cremation pit. Yeah.
Yeah. They're saying that we should go there.
I think it's on the. Isn't it on the what is it schedule? Are we supposed to head there at some point?
So yes,
One
it
of the
is on your
schedule.
schedule. I believe the cremation pit was it next or
North. It's north
It
above
was
the
north
grove.
of the
Yep.
This little pit here, 7.
So yeah, that was supposed to be your next stop anyway.
Well, at least the spirits seem to be. Maybe the spirits watch our show. They definitely keep in time with the schedule. Let's head there then.
Okay.
Could I get the jacket back?
Oh yeah, here you go.
Thanks. And he looks like really like sullen about this whole thing.
Enoch is also going to get his cigarette back and just like pat Hyun on the back, like thanks, thanks. I need this. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, guys, let's go to the cremation pit. The spirits are calling us there. Might be a pretty hot topic.
Not sponsored.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's a company too. I was making like a joke about fire. That's kind of insensitive, actually. Maybe I shouldn't. Can we cut that?
We're live.
That's right. Well, no need to slack around. Let's walk like there's a fire underneath us.
I'll tell Maya, hey Maya, take us to a commercials we set up at the burn pit.
All right, and so Maya cuts over to sort of some of your ads that start running, your merch shop plays, things like that. And you all head over to what is marked on 7 on the map, the cremation pit. Let me just swap over to that. And why did I lose my place in my notes? Good time for the commercial break. All right, here we go. So
Do you think this might be a good time to bring out the EMFs as we're in this by the pit?
Obviously, charged zone.
Yeah, you are more than happy to use any of your equipment.
Do we want to bring up the spirit box too?
Oh, definitely. This is probably the best thing.
All right, Corrina's gonna pull out her spirit box. It's hot pink.
So yeah, you can very obviously see the area you're going to, because even as you start to leave the trees, you notice that there's this smoke climbing up from ahead of you, which is kind of ominous because theoretically you should be the only people on this island. The closer you get, you see a 40-foot-ish diameter pit that is about 10 feet deep and surrounded by candles that have all sort of melted into these puddles of wax over the years. That said, in the middle on fire is some kind of large animal. You're not sure if it's a pig or what, but it's still smoldering as
It's
if it was
on
burned.
fire?
It was burned recently, I should say. It's glowing hot like ashes, but it's not, and it's smoking, but it's not
Hey,
on fire itself.
hey,
I-
Corrina, isn't this island supposed to be like no people at all?
Yeah, from what I understood, the locals don't really come here.
And we know for sure the Capitan wasn't coming here for ritualistic offerings like this, right?
No, he definitely wasn't.
Because that's on fire. That can burn us right now.
Yeah, Karina's starting to feel really anxious about all this, so she kind of like she kind of like tucks herself closer to like Peter, Hyun, and Enoch, just she's not liking the vibe of this.
I'm gonna take off my leather jacket, hand it to her, and be like, here, hold that. I'm going to go get a closer look for our lovely, lovely followers. And there's like a lot of apprehension on him. I just
Yeah,
slide some.
so Corrina took out her EVP, right? What did anyone else take anything out?
Yeah, I have mine's out.
Did you grab the... So there's the EVP, which is the voice box, like the spirit box type deal, and then there's the
EMF
EMF reader.
I have my EMF meter out, and I have my EVP in my hand as I
Both of you would probably have to stand at opposite ends, I think, because it would like interfere with each other.
Well, you guys stay here. I'll go to the far side then. How about that?
I will go on the opposite side, and she kind of passes off his leather jacket to whoever's closest to her.
He will take it back at that point.
Okay. Yeah, so
Nobody else gets to.
she's like shaking a little bit.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Peter.
whoever has so Marco, you
Polo.
can feel you can definitely feel like you didn't even realize it until you kind of grabbed the jacket, but like you are dripping with sweat, but you feel kind of cold right now.
Oh, I have a cool sweat. All right. I'm like, as I start to put it back on, like, I feel the stickiness of the texture again. So I'm like, I look at myself like, I am dripping. That's not normal. I don't get sweaty. What's like I can jade for Victorious? I don't sweat.
um,
What's going on here?
it it could be the spirits, and she closes her eyes and like puts her like fingers to her temples as if she's having a vision. She's like, yes,
I'm gonna
the
stop moving.
monks. Uh,
Peter
wait.
catches Corrina in the camera, like with the silhouetted by the burning creature.
She kind of like stares off like into the fire, not really looking at it, kind of looking past it. Oh, the screams are terrible. The spirits are saying that they used to burn the monks used to burn the mentally ill and the lepers here.
And with that, Peter, make me a spot hidden check.
God. 17.
You see, like, when you kind of start to frame the fire behind them, you see just to the right of like Corrina, is there's like someone in the distance standing there. And as soon as you actually like turn the camera to them, you can't find them anymore.
What was there's somebody over there.
What?
I saw somebody.
Where?
Karina like whips her head around.
Over there?
They were silhouetted. I point in the direction that I saw them.
Do we have it on tape?
No, it didn't
No,
show up in the stream preview.
As
when
soon as I
you
try to
look
catch them on
at
film.
Yeah, when you look at the camera in your like hand though, Peter, like the little preview, you still see someone there.
Oh, I got it. Check it.
No, like
Nice.
I mean like actively filming, you see someone there.
No,
Oh.
they're still. I still see them.
Make
Do you
me a
not-
sanity
is the
check.
stream-
Wait, what do you mean? They're not there.
Yeah, Peter, they're not there.
32.
All right, take 1 sanity damage because you are looking and there's no person there, but you see someone on the camera.
How far away is he like pointing to?
Probably the other side of the pit, so like about 40 feet.
I'll walk over there to where it is. See, there's nothing here, dude.
As soon as you get to the other side, Peter, as you're kind of watching on the camera, Marco gets closer and closer, and the thing starts walking towards Marco. And as soon as they collide, it vanishes. Marco, make me a con check. Ooh, extreme success. So yeah,
dude.
you keep sweating, but as soon as you hit that point where Peter sees the two of you collide, not that you know, because you don't see anything,
Yeah, it's just
you
keep
feel the
sweating.
temperature drop into a cold spot.
Ugh, it's freaking nifty out here.
Marco
I
also got the EMF out, right?
Yeah, I have it
Yes,
in my
your
hand.
EMF starts to spike like crazy.
It's doing the thing, guys. Get the cameras and everything.
It just
I-
walked into you. Did you not? Did you feel that?
It's in me. It's inside of me.
It's like it disappeared after it touched you.
You sure it wasn't like a shadow or something? Nothing. It just got really cold all of a sudden, and the thing's doing the thing, and I shake it in my hand.
Yeah,
I'd-
when it spiked.
I'd be careful. People and ghosts should never interact like that. The spirits that I were communicating with also mentioned that they used to be burned alive. I don't know if it was them or maybe the monks that did it, but I do think that we need to be very careful right now.
Makes sense that the monks would have done it, cleansing and all that. Only so much space in the hospital. I don't think the mentally ill would actively go out and do this to themselves in mass. But still, it's getting real cold right now. I put on my jacket and everything. It's still freaking cold in here.
While they're chatting on screen, I'm gonna cut over to the producer channel with Hyuen and Maya, and I'm gonna see. Did you see that? Did that make it to the stream?
No.
No, it did. And she points to like one of the other feeds. Like, I mean, it's blurry, but people are going wild for it. Which,
Corrina,
like, to
the voice box is set up.
to you,
probably should
Hyuen,
use it.
it probably does look like at most
Nothing.
like a smudge. Yeah.
Corrina's gonna kind of get into position to see if the spirit box picks up anything.
Roll me occult.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, there's
So-
nothing there.
So yeah, you get like static. You don't make out any words from it though. It's kind of like
Should
that. Yeah, very
Should
like.
I roll?
Should I? I got spirited away apparently.
Also, do any of you want to check out this like burning animal?
Oh yeah, no, that's what I was going down there in the first place for.
Yeah.
Is it like a hog? Is it a cattle?
So once you get closer, you're especially since it's burned, it's hard to tell. You can
Marco's definitely getting closer because he wants to warm up a bit.
yeah. Try you can roll me either let's see, what are they called? Natural world, science, biology, or like a similar skill in that like vein. Survival I
that-
would allow.
Is it in oh no, yeah. I don't have. I have survival 10. But that'll work.
Yeah, you
don't
can
think I-
try it. That means you have a 10% chance to succeed. I think a couple of you have natural sciences
not-
or natural world.
I have natural, but
yeah,
I
Enoch wants
barely
to
passed
check
it.
it out too.
Yeah, it's like it looks like a thing that was burnt. It's warm here at least, and I kind of crouch next to the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, it's really freaking cold though.
Also, none of the rest of you find it all that cold.
Corrina goes over to look.
Ugh, it's really mother.
Ooh.
How are you guys not shivering here?
So, none of you are quite sure what it is, but like when Corrina gets a look, the closest thing you can call it is like a rodent of some kind, but this thing's about the size of a large dog or a pig. So like
Capybara? Capybara!
Oh,
Coconut
no.
doggy!
yeah, like a capybara would be correct, except you would know that those aren't on Italian islands, and like there shouldn't be any animals that big on this island except maybe a pig, and you haven't seen any pigs. Like it's not really a big enough island to support any animal larger than like a rat.
Out
we
of
heard any
character, I
birds?
do know that I think it's called a nutria or something like that.
Oh, a Nutra rat?
Yeah, that those do exist there. But yeah, I'm just like these things. That's like a freaking agouti or something. I've never seen. Why would it be on the island? Like, there's nothing living here except shitty lemons.
Corrina wants to kind of scan to see if maybe there's anything. I know that it's burned, but if there's anything like weird about this rodent thing, like any markings around it or on it.
Since it's burned, you can't really tell much.
Okay.
I will say, since you got an extreme success, you can see that it's got an extra like limb growing out of one side. Like it was like a little mutated.
She signals to Peter to get like a zoom in where she's pointing.
We got the content warnings enough, right? Just in case people might get like worried about like.
Yeah,
animal
Maya
harvesting.
cuts in and probably switches you on to the cut footage now and is like, listen, we're still live on YouTube. We don't want to get demonetized. I think
All right,
far away
cool.
shots are good, but I wouldn't do a close up of that. Things
Could we get?
gross
Could we
looking.
get like? Could we get like some video of it just for like ourselves then, like some personal things? Because
Oh,
For, like,
absolutely.
For Patreon, maybe?
yeah,
Record
Patreon.
everything. We
Exactly
can
what I
sell
was thinking.
anything.
We could upload it to Patreon. The patrons, the
Um,
crew's gonna love it.
All right, that's good.
This bugs me a little bit because it's almost reminiscent of what the spirits told me earlier about how the monks would burn, the disabled and lepers alive sometimes. It almost feels like whoever did this is trying to replicate what the monks did, but with animals.
I mean, the Shadow Man that Peter saw?
Yeah.
Still, this is a freaking rat. It's a rodent. It's different to a person.
I know, but it still has the extra limb, which makes it
That's a what?
an extra limb. She points she points to the third leg.
I thought it was just really gifted.
No.
Huh. Okay. And I look at it. R.I.P. King.
Peter,
Well,
like using a secondary camera, gets all this footage, right? He gets close-ups on all that stuff and being like, "Yeah, we'll release it as a private video, right?"
yeah.
Could Corrina try the spirit box again on the pig to see if maybe she could pick anything up?
And anything on the EMF ratings or EMF meter or EVPD SDI. Jesus Christ, freaking algebra all over again.
Yeah, this time when you start doing the spirit box, it's still staticky, but now that you're closer, you swear you're able to hear distant voices. Maybe like chanting, but it's hard to make out exactly.
Guys, I think we should get out of this pit.
Yeah, you guys get out. Let's give me a few more seconds. I just need to warm up. It's really cold.
Okay, and she kind of steps out.
I follow what the psychic says, and Peter's gonna follow. Peter's gonna follow Corrina.
I just like have my hand out, and I'm looking into the fire for a bit, and I'm just like contemplating a little bit how cold it is, how nobody else is like shivering. I'm like, it's weird.
Yeah,
After
for the rest of you, it's maybe like 75, pretty humid.
It's like I keep my hands close until it feels like I burn a little bit, and then I pull back and I get out. Like, and I try to like still walk with a swagger because I know that I can't. Like, body language is important, especially if you're like the lead. So I try to like maintain my swagger, but there's like just a little restraint in it. Whenever I'm not on camera, I just like bundle up and like hug myself. Where to next then? Where are we heading?
Like we're going to the mass grave.
That's great. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and Maya calls in and she says, "I'd say get some footage around the entire facility. I believe the mass graves were found there in the raids, but some outside shots would be great. We've been running a lot of cut to footage. I think it would be great to add to it."
We could do a big circling shot with the drone, right? And like, we can also walk around, get some like more in-depth shots. What do you think, Pete?
Yeah, you're in my brain. That was exactly what I was thinking. We could get
I
those
like
nice
that we're on the same
aerials.
wavelength there, friend.
Yeah, perfect. Let's head out. This place is creeping me out.
It's a little, yeah. It's that's what we're here for, right? Some good creeps.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Hey, Enoch, you got your lighter, by chance?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it for a second? I'll give it back when you reach the hospital.
He hands it over.
I'm gonna like just light, and every like 5 minutes, just light it again, just like run it under my hand. The flames like lick the palm just a little bit, and I just like warm myself up a bit.
All right. So yeah, you all start to walk around the hospital, and I would like everyone to make me a spot hidden check.
Down, go, away. Oh, Hyuen with the eyes of a hawk.
Corrina doesn't see shit.
Neither does Peter.
Yeah, and then who am I missing?
Peter's looking at his camera to see more shadow people.
Enoch.
Yeah, Peter's definitely keeping an eye.
Oh wait, sorry, was Enoch first? Enoch was first. Okay.
Yeah.
Um So yeah, as you're circling, everyone except for Corrina and Peter, pick up on something, like something has been kind of scratching at the back of your mind for a little bit, and you suddenly realize that no matter how out there you've gone with ghost hunting, no matter where you've gone, there's always tags or, garbage or things like that. This hospital is in all ways in disrepair. It's, the windows are broken and things like that. But there's no signs that anyone has been here in years. Like, no one from the mainland has come here and spray painted things, tagged things, thrown a party, played a prank here. It's clean. Even though it's destroyed and old, it's only that. And you have never seen anything that strange of a dichotomy before, no matter where you have gone. And Hyuen, I'm adding what you see to the journal, so it should be visual window if you want to take a look.
Which one?
Visual window in art handouts.
Visual window.
I think I gave viewing privileges to you.
Map with notes, island, lighthouse, bridge, lemon grove, merle, window. Duh. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it.
Now I want to know what it is.
I don't like that thing. Wait, so I'm seeing this hell?
When you look up, you see that on the second story in one of the windows.
Okay. What? Peter, that window, that window right there. Yep, that one.
Which window?
What is that?
I point at the window that he's directing me towards.
Right there.
Looks like an aluminum window here, and what's up
No.
with it?
No, there's a man.
Ugh. Grina stares at it for a moment and says, I've been hearing whispers that, if you kind of see a light in the upstairs window, it's a nurse that was killed during the raid, and she's making her walks around the ward trying to attend to her patients. Maybe that's it?
This just looks like a normal window to me.
I mean, if they're wearing a trench coat, then sure, that's a nurse.
A trench coat? What do you mean? This just looks like a window. Think we could climb up there?
We're not going in?
Why not?
Isn't there a front door?
Yeah, but like that's a spooky thing right now. Also, like climbing up the side probably would look pretty cool. Daredevils and all that, Okay, fine.
Maya, do you think we have enough footage of the outside? Do you think we're good to go in?
I think we're good. But yeah, Hyuen, when you look back up, you don't see anything there, and neither does anyone else see anything.
Okay.
I could send the drone in if you want to see if there's something up there. The night
Nah,
vision.
let's go in. Like, get it live, see our faces and all that. Don't want to be too
good
safe.
idea.
People get bored of that.
And then, Hyuen, I am going to have you make a sanity check for seeing things.
Okay. Which one? Where are you? Sanity. Ah. Oop. Fun.
All right. That's 3 sanity damage, because you're not sure if you saw what you saw.
That's fun. Which box does it go in?
So you just lower your current sanity by 3 points.
Okay. Oop.
So as you circle to the entrance, well, Well, are you circling to the entrance? Sorry, or are you looking for the mass graves?
I think
What?
we should look for the mass graves first.
Yeah, let the hospital be the, the piece de resistance, the final bit of it all. That makes sense. Still, nice that we got a bit of a spook there, right, Hyuen? You good there, friend? Look a bit paler in the face. Like, walk up in front of him, like, put my hand in front of his face and, like, wave up and down. Are you okay?
Skelly, we still got you.
Oh, I'm fine.
Oh, okay, cool. Because it was like you were like lagging out there. I think I used that term right. Peter, did I use that term right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just checking in, man. Gotta make sure everybody's all right. Okay. Got any of those juice boxes by chance?
Enoch is gonna not a juice box, but we do have bottled water.
I'm glad. I was like, I know Enoch would be the one to be carrying the lunch pail.
Yeah, he has he has like the little satchel, like the Spectral Crew satchel, but he also has just kind of like a backpack with a bunch of stuff in it, waters, little snacks, like dried nuts and fruits and everything, because we're gonna be doing a lot of walking, so he'll definitely hand over some more water.
Can you get me the Gatorade packet there, the one with the powdered pack? Yes, thanks. Like,
Yeah,
put it there,
he
shake
hands
it
that
up,
all over.
and like take a drink. You've been walking for a while now.
Yeah, make me a Constitution check.
Constitution has been my
Yeah, you're
Constitution.
fine.
My con has been my saving grace this entire time.
Yeah, you're feeling like the water's helping a lot. Maybe because you were sweating so much, you were starting to get dehydrated. So you definitely feel like this is helping.
Maybe I was just. Maybe I was like anemic or something. I just needed some electrolytes in me. That's probably it. Haven't had like a good meal in a bit. Didn't want to eat too much before the trip. Thought
You
I'd get
could be
seasick.
dehydrated.
Yeah, probably. Either way, feeling better now. Thank you, Enoch. Could always depend on you.
Yeah.
So yeah, as
Corrina, you want
you...
something?
Oh, sorry.
Corrina, you want something too?
Yeah, I'll take some water.
Oh yeah, he's gonna pass this out and make sure everybody's good. Everyone takes a little sippy of water. See if anybody wants some of their trail mix, some of their snacks. They've been
I'll take mine.
walking. Some
I'll take
carrying
mine.
equipment.
Can I get the honey roasted one, please? The honey nuts? Yes, thank you.
When Enoch is not looking, Corrina is making like those doe eyes at him.
Marco's like looking at her, make the dough eyes, and like, oh, okay, cool.
Cool.
So yeah, as you are all drinking your water, getting your refill, and you kind of make your way around to the southern side of the hospital, that's when you kind of have your like Mulan City moment, because you see this massive football-sized patch of land that's been marked off on the ground with like yellow and red spray paint that's very much in the biohazard symbol. You can only imagine that this is straight from when the raids on this hospital happened by the Italian government. And if there's any file on this place, it's probably sitting at the bottom of some filing cabinet that hasn't been opened in 30, 40 years. The ground is very clearly still soft, as if the holes were dug and then refilled quickly. And yeah, the cameras flip back on, and chat's like, you can tell that the chat is very much like, whoa.
Oh, this is weird. The chat's freaking loving it. It's good for us, right?
Corrina is gonna see if she can pick up any voices.
Yeah, in fact, even the chat is suggesting you try out the EVPs and...
I'm not digging, Unum. Jesus Christ, you always the little rapscallion. Thank you for the 40 though.
Corrina,
Yeah.
This time, when you turn on the spirit box, or sorry, were you doing the voice or the EMF?
She has a spirit box.
There we go, spirit box. Okay. When you turn on the spirit box, this time the crackling is different and you're almost certain you make something out. You kind of play around with it, get the dial right, and when you play it again, you think it kind of sounds like Latin chanting this time.
She's gonna. Could she try to translate it? I figured she probably took some Latin classes.
Do you have other language Latin? I don't remember. I think someone in the group did.
I don't think she does actually.
Latin, I think I might have it.
Hey, Marco, does anyone here speak Latin?
No, I have Italian and law.
I just have own language, so.
Corrina, what?
Looking for Latin. Hey, anybody in chat speaks Latin?
I want to say someone had Latin. Oh no, Enoch had German.
Yeah,
thought that I would have.
That's the only thing that I have is.
I thought that I
German.
would have had Latin with my Italian background and all that.
You can probably still try to do it via like Google Auto Translate. In which case, make me a computer use roll.
Okay.
Or library use, whichever one's higher.
Let's see your library use. Where is my computer use? So
It should be so. Computer use is out of order because the sheets aren't made for modern. Unfortunately, I had to use the 1920 sheet, so it's in the other skills in the bottom right.
I guess I'll just use computer or library use.
All right.
Ooh, a hard
very
success.
good. So yeah, you're able to kind of like fiddle around with it. You kind of have to like auto correct it yourself, but you fill in the gaps, and you get Latin that says. Oh my god, where is it? I will say this is a really good book because it has tons of handout. Like there's like 40 handouts, but also they're kind of not organized well. Let me see. Where is that one? You believe it's saying Mane non revertenter, which is morning shall never come again.
What's it say? What's it say?
The ghosts are saying that, or a ghost is saying that morning will never come again.
Oh, because like they were killed at night.
No, no, I don't think that's it. Could I roll like maybe an occult to see if Corrina understands what's being referenced?
Yeah, go ahead and roll occult.
Okay. It is not that. Nope. It's exactly how I thought it was gonna go.
Yeah, you think maybe it's some sort of chant, but you're not sure.
Maybe you could be right, Marco, and I'm just overthinking it.
Well,
But
you know that I usually just resort to whatever you think it is, so maybe I'm underthinking it.
let's.
Can I try an occult?
I think we should be careful.
I have a 5 in it, so I know I'll fail. But can I try it just for the lulz?
You probably wouldn't know anything about this.
All right, cool. Well, at least they're talking. That's good fit.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
they're being cryptic. That's amazing for views.
Yeah, maybe we should make our way into the hospital. This place is giving me ooky feelings, and I don't like that.
Oh, that's
I was curious. So there was somebody in chat that said something about something being near the fence. I did want to like take a look at that.
something by the fence. Sure, why not? Got time.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll either search or spot hidden.
Every time.
Is search in the same area as spot hidden is?
I think they're searching this one.
Because I see spot hidden, but I don't see search.
Then it may just be spot hidden. I thought this also had search.
Fair enough.
I think Delta Green might have search.
Oh, can we all look?
If Peter's pointing it out to everyone, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely.
I mean,
I would definitely say something.
Okay.
it is a fence. It's a fence there, yeah.
That sure is a fence.
Everybody but Enoch is like, yeah, this is a really nice looking fence.
Enoch is just over here fucking chain smoking.
Yeah, you don't see anything. You're not sure if chat was pulling your leg or if you like or someone just saw something because everybody's in a creepy mood. But yeah, and then I also dropped it, but I think it got drowned out by the rolls, but there were more super chats coming in.
Yay.
$140 total from Ultimate Unum to dig.
Unum, you know we can't. Well, nobody's really gonna come back here. Do we have equipment for it?
Chat starts chiming in. You've got your hands.
$20 and he'll do it with his hands.
No,
Why-
make it 50 and he'll use his shoe.
100 more, and for the next 20 minutes, I'll dig.
You heard it,
Yeah.
chat,
Did
$100
Enoch
in the
see
next
anything
20
with
minutes.
that spot hidden?
You did not see anything near the fence. You're not sure if someone in chat was lying or pulling your leg, or maybe they saw something but you don't.
Gotcha.
I take off my jacket and I'm gonna hand it to Corrina, and I'm just gonna like get my fingers ready. I'm gonna use the lighter one last time and then hand it back to Enoch.
Yes,
And
he caught
just. Alright, where are we going to dig? Yippee! God, you guys are such little gremlins tonight, right? Eat the lemon, drink the lemon, dig in the mass graves. There's no satisfying you people. That's fine by me. And I just wait for the dono, and then I'll get down in the dirt for like 20 minutes.
I'm assuming that the dono is just coming in.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was just typing it up in that same fancy chat because I love how it looks.
It
So
looks
yeah,
really cool.
you do start getting ching 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 little ding noises. Maya actually chimes in at this point and lets you know. I just want to let you know that we're sitting at 990, 866 subscribers, 945 viewers, and we're about to hit $3,000 in super chats.
Yay, that's really good. Does it have to be at my expense? I'm
Well,
joking,
Marco,
I'm
there's 5 of you. I think chat just wants to see. I don't think they really care if it's you. They just expect you to do it.
Yeah, it's expectations, of course. Alright, I'm already down in the dirt anyway.
He's already got
Like-
his shoes off. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
When it comes, I feel like Enoch would get very uncomfortable with that actual desecration of graves. So he I just don't know if he would say anything or if he would just wander off. It just makes him.
Hey, Enoch, what's up? Heading off? Need to pee? Hey, dude, you alright?
Enoch
He-
looks sickly right now.
I think Corrina would probably, if he walks off, follow after him, just kind of check on him to see if he's okay, if he needs anything.
Marcus starts to dig a lot less energetically after that.
Is anyone else digging with Marco?
Fuck no, I'm filming.
Chat immediately starts saying, where's the merch for fuck no, I'm filming. So yeah, Marco, you start kind of pushing the dirt aside, and then you kind of, push your
I'm gonna just
fingers
give-
in. And then as you're going down through the dirt, you feel your fingers sink into something. And as you kind of pull your hand back, you can definitely tell that you've just kind of gone like knuckle deep into a corpse, and you feel that soft squishiness. Make a sanity check.
Oh, sanity. Yay, lucky. Lucky.
Ooh,
Alright, how much do I lose?
2 points.
Alright. 47 it is. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. But as I'm like this, my brain's starting to prattle off information about how mass graves are used and why they're like not good. Especially in these scenarios and like all that, or what they're used for, specifically because you can't give each person a personal one. But in situations like this, how it's done because they just need to get rid of their bodies. They didn't really care about the ceremony behind it, so these aren't like actual graves per se. So I'm just like prattling off as I'm looking at my hand covered in gunk, and I'm feeling very squeamish. And I just flick it off. How long has that been, Peter? Is that 20 minutes yet?
Yeah, I think at this point, like kind of as soon as you start backing out, Maya cuts the stream, realizing what's happened. Chat is absolutely going wild at this, though. Like, yeah, woo! Oh my god, he found one!
I get up. Just kind of like bat my hand away, and it's like, you guys just keep an eye out. I just want to take a second to myself here. I'm gonna walk like the opposite way that Corrina and Enoch went. It's good. Take a moment to myself.
And as you sit there, sort of in your moment to yourself, the EMF reader that you were holding like starts lighting up again.
I just kind of hold it up and like look around a bit to see if I can see anything that's going down. There's like some gunk in my hands. I'm like just wiping it off as I touch the reader. Hello, something over there?
Yeah, and you kind of spin and move around, and it starts going from like 2 to 3 to like the 5, and like giving you that beep. And then all of a sudden it starts to smoke from your hands as the reading goes dead, and it kind of sparks a little,
Aye, that hits.
and then immediately flies begin to pour out of it and like start swarming around your face.
And I start batting it away, like bringing my hand up and realize I don't have my jacket on me, so I'm like just holding it up barely, like what the fuck's going on here? Hey, fucking lemon! And I start slapping away, like running back to where. Can I even see where I'm running at this point?
You can, but they are everywhere. They're going for your eyes. They're going for your like nose, your mouth. Like, the more you swat them away, it seems like the more there are, and they just keep pouring out of the EMF reader at your feet as you start to move.
I'm gonna turn around and run, bawling towards Peter and Hyun, and it's like, get the camera! Is it real? Do you see them?
And roll me another sanity check.
Yippee, yippee, yippee. Hey! Good for me.
Okay, so you don't take any more points from spitting out flies and gnats and things that are all
No,
covering you.
that's completely normal. I've done that every Tuesday, you know. It's part of the whole shtick, you see.
By the time you kind of get to the camera area, there's no more on you or anything.
You guys, did you see that?
Did we see anything?
Yeah, you definitely saw like bugs. Like, kind of. Have you ever seen someone like run through like one, or have you ever seen one of those little tiny? Well, you live in Florida, Timbo, so you probably have. But like where they'll like conjugate into like a little swarm, and if you walk that way, all of a sudden you're like spitting out flies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it almost looks like Marco went through one of those.
They went in my nose and my mouth and shit. Ugh.
Yeah, you got to keep your mouth. You have to keep your mouth closed.
No. It's just, and I take out the reader and show them that they came out of this, it like busted up and shit. You
You
see?
smashed one of the EMF things?
No. It is like it just exploded in my hand.
It's totally smashed.
I swear it exploded. Smoke and all that. Huge readings and shit, and then boom, out of it.
You're gonna have to tell Maya about that. I'm not telling her.
I'm not telling Maya.
I'll tell her right now. Bring her up.
No. We can't.
No,
can't tell Maya right now.
No,
We're in the middle
we're
of the
busy.
She's got
Alright.
she's got too much to worry about.
Fuck off, whatever. And I'm gonna just walk back over and just like crouch in the ground and wait until Corrina and Enoch are back with my jacket.
Can I look at the busted EMF to see if what Marco is saying is true?
I
or whether or
toss
not
it to him.
looks
Yeah,
like he just
fucking
dropped it?
yeah, have it. Shit.
Roll me electrical repair or electrical, because I think there's both. And I don't remember which one's which.
I do have electronics and mechanical repair. So, but my electronics is much extreme success.
Hell yeah. That's a pretty good success. So yeah, you can tell that there's definitely signs that it's short-circuited. There's still like bugs crawling on it too. There's definitely some that like got in there. But Marco did also drop it, so like it's cracked a little bit, and one of the bulbs probably broke.
Does it look like it was like capping out though when it did short circuit?
You can't really tell that from like looking at it now, because you can tell it's not working anymore. So right now all you can get is it's off. Since you had an extreme success, if you had to explain this, if bugs did somehow get in there, that might have like gunked it up. You know, working at an IT shop, you probably once had someone bring in like a laptop that got ants in it or something.
Oh, I see. Like there was like some kind of bug that laid its eggs inside of it and then it exploded.
Yeah, like something caused that to like broke. Maybe one of the bugs bit a wire or like something like that.
Sure. Well, since it's crawling with insects still, I'm just gonna drop it. And
Yeah, I kind of figured you were kind of like poking it at best. Grab a stick, kind of like, ugh. But yeah, you can definitely tell it's fried for sure.
All right, I guess into the house.
All right, so you all kind of meet back up on the north side of the hospital, where the main entrance is. Maya phones in. She's like, "Oh, hey babes, it's Maya. Just checking in. I found you a map of the hospital, and I sent that over with you. It should have been in one of your bags. I believe it was. Believe it's in Peter's bag." And we'll switch over to this.
What in the Silent Hill?
So you guys are around here, like this main cathedral area.
Could you do it on the Roll20? I can't see it. The remove?
Yeah, we don't have it on our end. It's just
Yeah.
like
Oh,
straight-
wait. Oh, okay. I forgot you have to drag players. Whoopsies.
it changed.
Jesus Christ, this is a nice looking map.
That's what I was saying. What in the Silent Hill? Like that's what it looks like.
This is
It's
a
like a-
Castlevania.
It's like a
This
blueprint
is a Castlevania
map.
map.
And
No,
like
this-
Maya didn't draw this. She added the notes to it.
This is literally the Area of Sorrows map from Castlevania.
Oh, you're looking at this wrong. Then it is not. It is
Upwards,
not a
it's
Metroidvania.
No.
It does look like a Metroidvania.
I know it as you look down. I know how it's like actually laid out in the canon in the game. But if you look at it from this angle as like a Metroidvania, that is literally Castlevania's
It
Area
is.
of
I
Sorrow.
do
Yeah,
see that
the
now.
dormitory is where you go to kill the Dracula.
Mm-hmm. God dang. Didn't think
Um,
I'd be having this memory today.
Maya phones in. She's like, we still have a little bit, about 2 hours until, midnight, like, and it's about 10 p.m. where you are. You can either go through the hospital, get some footage of that, or if you want to, there's the administrative house as well.
Alright then. Work our way outside then in, or just go through the hospital and hit administrator after?
So the administrator's house is on the side. It's like an old school hospital where, especially since this is an island, where like the head director kind of had his own slightly off-site. Like it's, from this main
House, yeah.
area, you walk over here instead of into here.
I think we could
So-
head. I think we should
so
head to the
is-
administrator's house and then see if we can find that chapel.
Yeah.
And then we can enter in and go to the morgue, dormitory, kitchen. Let's see what they've been cooking.
Yeah,
Let's
and-
see what the roach is cooking.
Maya chimes in, from what I was able to find, he was something of a figurehead here. He pretty much was a friendly face and made sure nobody actually went into the hospital. He would entertain all the guests in his house. So a lot of people believe it may be one of the haunted sites.
Well, he can't. Friendly face or not, he was definitely up to something with the shit we've seen going down here so far.
Also, looking at the terminal ward, that sounds very, very eerie.
Absolutely. I think you should head there. We need to make sure we get footage of that, I think. Yeah, like I put on the map, I don't know why the blueprints didn't include the chapel, but they didn't have that on there. It should be around over there, though. You should be able to see it. If not, you can get into there from the hospital as well. I've gone full Australian with this accent.
It's that time of the night where she's like hitting her roots. She's getting a little tired. So she's like, I'll go back to my roots in Australia.
All right, babes. Well, you're the professionals. I'll leave this to you.
All right. Yay.
And I think with that, as the Spektral crew kind of makes their decision of whether they want to go into this classic haunted house or the eerie hospital that's been abandoned for 50 years, we will end our actual session so that we can pick this up next time. And I'm sorry, I did forget to confirm this, but I believe we are doing... it would be nice if I had pinned both dates. There we go. I believe we are going to do our second session October 22nd. Is that still good with everyone here?
That's 2 weeks from now. Yeah, that's good for me.
Let me double check.
that works for me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good for me.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. So yeah, we will explore the administrator's house or the hospital proper come 2 weeks from now, Saturday the 22nd, same time, same place. And thank you again, everyone, for joining me tonight. And I'm just going to go down. Feel free to introduce yourselves, say where people can find your stuff, all that good stuff. And we'll go in reverse order. Skelly.
I'm Skellyskeletonss on everything. I stream. That's it.
And then Timbo.
Hey everybody, I'm TimboTheWizard. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube as TimboTheWizard. I'm actually very close to 300 followers on Twitch. We're going to do a subathon when we hit that goal. But in addition to all things variety stream, we also do tabletop stuff over there. And it's a fun time. Come by for some magic.
And Mishroom.
My name is MishroomSoup. You can find me on Twitch. I stream every blue moon or so. I'm eventually going to get back into it. It's just, you know, the times. But yeah, if you want to check me out, there's my Twitch. Thank you so much for the shout out. And yeah.
And yep.
Howdy, hey, I am Lav. You can pretty much just find me on Twitter at Slumberingwitch. Sometimes I post things. Most of the time it's just retweeting smut pictures. You know how it is.
Love it, love it.
And last but not least, SystemRecoded, our favorite, beloved artist on this channel.
Hello, everybody. I'm SystemRecoded. You could find me on Discord or Twitter at SystemRecoded. I will be doing some Halloween Spooktober promotions for art, and I generally draw a lot. Commissions are always open. Yes, I love money, and I love talking about your characters because it potentially will give me money. Please feel free to interact with me if you ever want to have some good art thrown your way. Also, love shitposts. As you can see, I will do art for anything, as pointed out by the left side of the screen right now. That is left, right?
Yeah, and if I go to our this screen, you can see the beautiful art System did for the Spektral Krew.
Udamus. Look at them babies.
Also, thank you, RightQ. I don't have the alert box on the RPG screens, but thank you so much for 10 months.
Well, thank you for the raid.
Rage coming out here in clutch.
Yes. I also didn't have Lav on Twitter, so I can now follow Lav.
Man, how dare you? I follow all of you. Well, almost all of you.
I think because I thought it was Slumberwitch, so I kept typing that in, and I was like, oh, I guess Lav doesn't have a Twitter either.
Okay, so to be fair, I would have had it as Slumberwitch, but somebody else had it at the time.
Oh.
So now that you're saying that, I am wondering if that person deleted their account.
No, they still have it, because I looked, and it's like an empty Twitter with like 5 tweets, and I was like, oh, all right.
I'm gonna fist fight them.
I hate when people have the cool name when you have to put like the or a number behind.
Alright.
So that's why I didn't follow you. I'm sorry. I literally looked you up before this, like, man, does Lav not have a Twitter either?
No, I absolutely do, and my biopic is of my Final Fantasy button girls, so...
Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, thank you all for joining me. I'm so excited. This was so fun. And I hope you all had a good time.
It was,
it was a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I loved punching a freaking corpse. That was great.
We love to see it.
I'm going to go mad face. I can tell.
All right, so I am going to look at who I have playing TTRPGs, and we're going to rate out. So I'm going to mute us, and we can have a good time.